Falstaff is such a fool, full of the fleeting sentiment that taints the living. Beauty? Ha! All so-called beauty must fade and wither until its treacherous shell has rotten away to reveal, behold, true beauty. We, the undead, are its exponents esteemed just by the gods. Lady Ophelia will come to realize that in the end.
By hundreds, Hammer Commander. May my beard turn green if I didn't just see the most beautiful woman I ever beheld, right here on this ship. Rumour has it, she is here on Lady Ophelia's behalf. But why would an animated set of bones, wrapped in funeral shrouds, wish to elicit the company of one so charming and pure? Pure masochism! Not that I don't have the highest respect for your queen, of course.
My great love, my dawn and dusk, minister to me with thy counsel, for I am lost in the blinding mists of misgiving. Upon the very doorstep of completion I falter, encumbered by the insidious sprites of doubt and hesitation. Their incessant chatter satiates my being with pale and quiet dread. Questions, queries upon burial rise from shallow graves. In search of life, am I taunting death? In pursuit of beauty, am I to become a monster? I have found her, yes. A girl of such unworldly grace, 'tis as if the Seven touched the cosmic soul and drew from it perfection. With a word, I can find in her a home, thus condemning her to unsought oblivion. Many would cast aside morality when it is but a maggot awaiting its meal. The abstract naysayer to salvation, and therefore the harbinger of decay. Yet I shan't do so, no, for my scruples cry for shame, and the dragon disapproves. The girl shall be released. May the Seven bless her.
So Lady Ophelia denied imp technology at your behest, did she, Commander? I suppose it's for the best. Maybe now she'll finally accept she is to acknowledge the gods and quietly wither like they bid her to.
There's this strange fellow on the ship, Commander. Did the best party trick I ever saw. One moment he doodles a pint. The next it's real and he's drinking it. Maxos can learn a thing or two from this character.
My light and dark. Such news I have to share. Is it not miraculous that upon the very edge of desperation I should find salvation perched? Its legs dangling nonchalantly over the edge. Icarus is my liberator's name. A wizard of fearsome but revered reputation. He has traveled from beyond the endless grey to undo my plight. Moved as he was by the tales of the withering princess, who by her very nature should be impervious to death, were it not that sickness stalked her soul. He has powers that are as prodigious as they are unique. With the talent of a virtuoso, he shall, according to my instructions, brandish his brush upon bare canvas, and there beget a woman of ultimate beauty. Then, when his masterpiece is finished, he will weave nameless magic. I shall be the painted phantasmagoria come to life. You have, of course, my love, long gathered that Icarus is not moved solely by the kindness of his heart. The need for recompense doth besmirch his noble intentions. One of two things he asks of me. A night between my sheets once my transformation is complete. Or a hoard of gold the likes of which would fill his far-off palace to its very brim. I knew you would never even contemplate the degradation he would visit upon my person. Only you will know my embrace once I dismiss these bones and become a woman of flesh and blood. My world and stars. Approach. Approach and behold my beauty. See how the directions of desire took hold, and with wondrous words of wizardry were realized. A bride of bone no longer, I stand before you a lady, luscious and lovely, warm and welcoming, awaiting your caress. Icarus has left for his far-off home, laden with the gold of generations. Yet despite the rapture that riches should bring, tears stained his eyes as he looked upon his creation and realized he'd spent it all. And more, if it would have brought him a single kiss. No, I whispered. I belong to the dragon only. And what of my kin? Alas, they do not understand. Yorick brands me a traitor even, but I care not. In seeking salvation, how have I cheated the Seven? How have I deceived the gods? If that is truly how they feel, they are not worthy of my worship. Let the flame of divinity that sparks only when we are alone light the fire of our love. What need have we for gods or men? We, my life and death, we have each other. My world and stars, let me thank you again for abiding with me, so that I would learn to abide by this new incarnation of the self, Ophelia, the Golden One, chosen of the Seven. Oh, I know those of mortal means do mock my epithet, but I can still count the days upon these flaxen fingers that I would have done the same. What has changed in these mere flecks of time? Your love has remained constant, of course. A vestment snug and tender wrapped around my soul. But pride too has seen it fit to dress me. Adorn me with its imperial mantle. Each undead I pass bows its head, their empty sockets seeking the soil beneath, their spirits soaring to the Seven above. If I can finally be of service to my kin, then I am proud and satisfied. I shall be their instrument of divine love, their conduit to the gods, just as I am your instrument of worldly love. Happiness, my dragon, at last. My world and stars, I have been dying for you to see me. Am I not becoming quite exquisite? A real woman in the making? No longer bare metal to behold. I am being fashioned anew with most delicate care. When a young beauty is called to the Seven, her beauty is not yielded to earth or flame, but employed to dress me in the finest garment ever to have been sewn. With each fine-spun gesture of the needle, I take another stride towards perfection. The long secret dream is coming true. Not only to live, but to resemble the living. The journey towards death is at an end, my love. Let my kin curse me if they wish it. For you and I, there is only bliss and perpetual passion. My world and stars, do not shrink away from me like others have. For the change I have undergone is not one of iniquity, but inevitability. I stand before you, Ophelia the Undying. Though, caveat emptor, blood must be had for that title to persist. The demon demands his drama, as it was destined to be. Yet, when all is said and done, is this truly such a terrible price to pay? After all, does not the field mouse feed on fallen fruits, and the fox on the field mouse in turn? I will be no more than a part of the cycle, an exception only because I shall spin the wheel everlastingly. Therefore I am contented, my love, for though I must drink the blood of the living, I shall do so with relish. Each drop is another grain in my hourglass. Never shall the death knell herald our final hour. Neither yours, the dragon, nor mine, the demoness.